Okay, I think that someone needs a little bit of a reality check. Okay, so come closer, just a little bit closer. Falling off is a part of the journey. Say it with me now. Falling off is a part of the journey. So relax. It is not the end of the world and you are not a failure. Every setback that you have is an opportunity to learn and grow, and that is a good thing. So please stop on yourself. Now, on today's video, I'm gonna show you guys how I fall the back on after falling the off. Welcome back to my channel, Stinks. If you're new here, hi, welcome. My name is Talia. If you're not new here, I missed you. I always miss you. I think about you a lot when I'm in bed. Sorry, I don't know why I said that out loud. It's my intrusive thoughts because I have ADHD. Now, on this page, not only are you gonna be educated, but you're gonna be entertained, and eventually, after time has passed, I'm gonna fall into you, okay? I call it being effed, EEF. So if anything about that sounds appealing, I highly encourage you to like and subscribe, okay? It's a good time. My cold, they f with me heavy. I want to f with you heavy, and I mean in a whole bunch of different ways.
What do you mean by that?
Also, I have a goal. You know, I made a vision board and I have a goal for this channel, so it does also help me out with that too. If you, I'm not saying I want to pity subscribe, but I really just don't want to be embarrassed at the end of the year. Okay, so let's talk about the mindset shift, right? One of the hardest pills to swallow, not like a druggy pill or in a pervertive way, is dropping that self-pity narrative. I failed, I suck, I blah 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 this, my life is awful, I can't figure it out. You need to drop that, okay? It's not helping you. It has never helped you. That type of mindset does not help anyone. Never has, and it never will. You have to remember that it is a part of the process. I want you guys to start reframing this from failure to progress. You know, like, what's that saying that like every famous person who decided to start a podcast says on their podcast? Progress over perfection. Okay, I know you've heard that. And I know it sounds like because you hear it so much, but like that is genuinely the truth. I don't think that I've ever done anything in my life perfect. And I swear I'm not trying to be a but you probably haven't either. And I can promise you all of your faves haven't either. And I can tell you, like, I talk to a lot of these creators and we call each other crashing out about it. It is okay. Just like I'm reminding you guys now, I have to remind myself and we have to remind each other that this is just how it is. Restarting is progress. And to be honest, you're never really ever restarting because every day you are learning something new about who you are, about your habits, about your lifestyle, about what works, about what doesn't work. And I just want to say this before we move on. You don't have to feel guilty. You are doing this because you respect yourself so much. And remember that this journey isn't supposed to be easy and it's not going to be simple. Next topic, transition. Okay, so this next thing I still struggle with, okay? I'm being honest, transparent, I have integrity, but when you get back into the swing of things, you need to start small. The mistake that I make when I am ready to lock back in, and I make this time and time again, is that I start off at 100. And I have always been someone that is an overachiever. Like, I was an A student in school, like your girl was salutatorian. Sorry, I just had to throw that in there because you can't really put that into like casual conversation, and I'm a Leo rising. But you don't need to get 100 to pass, and that applies to everything. You need to start taking baby steps. For me, I always start with finding some type of normalcy when it comes to nutrition. That doesn't mean I'm gonna make the most extravagant meal prep and have a 40 list meal prep idea thing trying to get back into the mix of things. Like, I'm not doing that, okay? That doesn't make any sense for me to do, especially because I'm already overwhelmed and I'm having all these mixed feelings of emotions, and the last thing I want to do is add the stress of trying to sit there and be top chef. I wouldn't survive in Hell's Kitchen, I know that, okay? Gordon Ramsay is mean and I'm sensitive. But what I do try to do is pick up some groceries so I can start making some simple meals, right? Like, I hate to bring it back to the basics, but you know, maybe steak, veggies, and rice. Steak, veggies, potatoes, chicken, veggies, potatoes, just something simple. Or maybe I'll do a meal prep service. Okay, so just like I was talking about in the video, guys, I want to take a second to introduce this week's sponsor. It is HelloFresh. Right now with coming home, I do not have time or the mental capacity to possibly come up with my own meals and go to the grocery store and buy the ingredients and go through that entire process, which is why I'm really excited to be working with HelloFresh. So I thought that we would cook a little bit of lunch together. And I also want to give you guys some of the details about HelloFresh. So I wanted to share some of the recipes. So they have a creamy chicken, potato, and corn soup with carrots and fresh dill. That one sounds really, really tasty. They also have a soy glazed beef and mushroom meatball. And then they have a honey mustard roasted half chicken. And then lastly, I have a balsamic glazed steak tagliata. I apologize if I'm pronouncing that wrong. It comes with a garlic herb potatoes and a Caesar salad. That one sounds really, really good. So for those of you who don't know, HelloFresh HelloFresh is America's #1 choice for home cooking, and they just recently doubled the size of their menu, so they're offering over 100 different recipes each week. It was really difficult for me to pick because there were so many different delicious looking options. Not only that, guys, but they are now offering bigger portions. There are 2 times more healthy options than before, and there are 15 plus different high protein recipes every week. I want you guys to know that you can use my code TALIAHF to get 10 free meals plus a free breakfast for life. So I'm gonna go ahead and link that down below in my description box for you guys. And again, I just wanna say thank you so much to HelloFresh for sponsoring this week's video. And I don't just start with food, okay? I also take baby steps when it comes to me working out. Obviously, I'm not expecting to be able to do what I once could, but I do like to introduce working out back into my routine. But what I won't do is put any pressure on myself. say, you know what? Ask me if I'm, check and see if I'm okay, okay? Sorry. I'm in my luteal phase. I'm feeling extra snippy. But like I was saying, I don't put any pressure on myself to lift heavy, okay? Or to lift as intensely as I once was, because I probably can't. And I don't want to set myself up for failure in feeling a sense of guilt because I can't. The reason that I'm going to the gym is to get refamiliarized with adding that stuff and adding movement into my routine. Not because I'm thinking I'm about to hit a PR on a bench press. That's just not happening. You build momentum in the space with consistency, not intensity. The achievement that you're looking for is the fact that you're getting back into routine and getting back into the gym, not killing yourself in the gym. Transition. Okay, so next topic, right? Speaking of routine from, you know, just to kind of bounce off naturally and cool and in a discreet, despicable way. Despicable was not the word that I meant to say, but I don't care. Your old routine may not fit your current life, okay? I think that one needs to sink in a little bit more. Your old routine may not fit into your current life, and that's okay. What you were doing before or the time that you had before, you may not have now. Or I don't know, maybe you have more time, I don't know. And perhaps you can afford to do more things, but understand that if there's adjustments in that, you have to also make adjustments in what you're doing. Whatever it is, I want you to take that into consideration when you start your planning process of what your days are going to look like moving forward. Now, I tell this story to all of my clients because I feel like it's not talked about enough, and I want to tell it to you guys. But last year around this time, I was doing so much traveling, and that is such a blessing to do. And I had a 6-day workout program, which for me is just like kind of like what I like to do. I gave myself a 6-day workout program, and I could not get to the gym for 6 days. I think like the minimum I was getting was 3, the max I was getting was 4, and I was so frustrated because I'm like, damn, like I can't stay in routine, I can't do this, I can't do that. And then I sat there and I thought to myself, I'm like, well, why the am I scheduling 6 days a week and I know that I have 1 million travel days this month? That makes no sense. That makes no sense. So what did I do? I adjusted my programming. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make a 4-day program. I'm gonna put this in that, I'm gonna put that in that, blah, 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 blah. And that way I can actually achieve the goal that I have this month, and it's just gonna look like this is what my fitness journey looks like this month. I don't think I'm gonna see less results because I'm working out less. I'm gonna see the best results because I'm holding myself accountable to getting to the days that I know that I can. And I'm also being really, really realistic with myself. It's okay to adjust. That is also a part of this journey. I don't know if anyone told you. You're like a chameleon, okay? And adapting is sexy. And I also just wanna say this, if you are someone that's struggling during your fitness journey, I do offer one-on-one training. I know I don't talk about it a lot on this channel, primarily talk about it on Instagram. If you guys want to see any of my client results, check my client highlights on my Instagram, which I'm also going to tag my description box down below. I'm not the type of coach that's going to on you or stomp on you. I'm not going to do that. That's not who I am. I want you to learn. I want you to understand what a fitness journey actually looks like. I want you to feel comfortable and confident, and I want you to get results, okay? So, and that's the only thing that I'm here to do. So if you're looking for someone that's going to be like, you stupid blah, 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 like get in the gym, sorry, you're not getting that here. I'm a nurturer, like a little mommy. So I'm going to go ahead and put my applications for that in my description box down below. Transition. Okay, so you need to focus on the basics, right? It is so easy. Trust me, it's so easy to get caught up on wanting to add 1 million different things to this new person, this new human being that you want to be, right? You're like, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna add that and I'm gonna act like this and I'm gonna go on a 40-minute walk in the morning, and I'm gonna sit there and do 30 minutes of cardio after every workout, and I'm gonna make sure that the only thing that I'm eating are vegetables that are organic free. That doesn't make any sense, but you get what I'm saying. It is easy to get caught up in this overconfidence and motivation that I'm sure you're having right now. But don't do that, okay? Don't do it. You look and sound like a broken record, and those are annoying. You did that last time and the time before, and look where we're at. We are still having the same conversation that you probably have had with yourself time and time again. I know I've had it with myself time and time again. How about we focus on getting some good rest? You know, when's the last time you got 7 to 9 hours of sleep? Okay, I had a 93 sleep score last night. I got 9 hours and 15 minutes. Granted, it was a Saturday, but also I woke up, I felt motivated, I felt refreshed. And those are the things that you want to focus on. Sleep, okay? Getting good rest. Don't neglect that. Or maybe drink some damn water. Like, I'm sure your kidneys and your liver are begging you for nutrients, freshness, and maybe a little bit of a poopy detox, you know? We already talked about nutrition, simplifying it in that way, but when it comes to fitness, maybe, you know, I'm not saying you need to, again, like, work out like crazy or anything like that, but like, just try to get some daily activity and start moving your body regularly. You'll feel better. Trust me. I want you guys to make that the goal instead of sitting here thinking that you're gonna be Wonder Woman or Superman in a space where you're just trying to get back into it. You gotta let that go. Once you're back and consistent with the basics, then you can add on. But a lot of you guys look like you're putting salad dressing on top of a salad with no lettuce, okay? And that's just sauce. That's weird. I don't want to see any of you guys drinking ranch unless you're on your cycle, and then I'll let it go because I did used to do that when I worked at Olive Garden.
Ew! Dude! What the
Transition. You can't hate yourself into consistency. Clock it. That's a word. Forgive yourself. It is okay. I promise. There is no point in dwelling on the fact that you fell off. You cannot do anything more about it than what you are currently doing right now. Accept that and move on. Compassion is what's going to create commitment. Guilt is going to create burnout, and we don't want to do that again. That negative feeling is only going to take you but so far. I want you guys to think about every superhero movie or whatever the heck it is. They're all like, oh yeah, like hate this, hate that, but love is the burning power that prevails through everything. We're talking about the same thing here, okay? So listen up. Love is what's going to take you far in this journey. Love of who you are, love of this life that you're trying to create, love for yourself and the people around you. This is the biggest expression of self-love. Negative feelings are only going to take you but so far, and it hasn't taken you far, has it? Okay, that's the gag. It hasn't taken you further. Like, how long have you been doing this for, dude? I want you to start treating yourself like a friend that's starting over. You wouldn't shit on your friend, would you? Okay, so you shouldn't be shitting on yourself. Transition. Okay, so this one's my favorite, and I feel like it's my favorite because a lot of people are controversial about this, but you gotta start creating accountability for yourself, okay? I know that part's not controversial, just give me a second. Tell someone about what you're doing. Share it on the internet if you want. Share it with your friends, share it with your family, share it with your loved ones, your significant other. Talk about it. And I know some people don't like to share what they're doing. They like to be secretive about it and just come out and be like, look, this is what I've done. But I'm telling you right now, that is a safety net that you are giving yourself for in case you don't achieve it, or in case you fail. Remove the safety net, baby. If you're gonna fail and be embarrassed about it, just be embarrassed about it. Explore that emotion. That's what Austin Butler said. He said, embarrassment is an unexplored emotion. It is okay to fail, and it's okay to be embarrassed about that, but you not telling people because you were scared that you're not going to be able to do it is already putting into your head that you're not going to be able to do it. So I think when you talk about it and you share about the journey, I think that that's a way of you taking an accountability for the things that you said that you're going to do. You should be excited for the journey. Like, be excited to talk about it. This is exciting. It's fun and cool. Never said it wasn't hard, but this is fun and cool. Another thing, okay, start planning your weeks out. Every time I come home, a part of my Sunday reset is also planning for the week. And maybe that is the ADHD coming out of me because I get like some type of weird satisfaction from being able to be like, I did this and that. But I promise you, like, you can't go in your day blind. Like, don't do that. Like, that's like going to an open note test and not bringing the notes. That's like going to a presentation and not knowing the bullet points that you need to hit. Like, come on now. Now you look silly and stupid. You don't want to look silly and stupid. That's lame. But don't confuse planning with overscheduling. Be realistic for what you give yourself to do and be understanding and patient that it will increase or decrease depending on the season you're in. Now, I like to use my notes app on my phone right over here. I'll show you guys, and it's like what it looks like. My weekly plan. And this is what it looks like. I have like Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, blah, blah, blah. I made it all cute. I'm able able to just check it off, I get, like I said, that weird satisfaction. I don't know what that's about. That is another sense of accountability that you are giving yourself. For me, the baby wins and being able to check off things off a to-do list, that is a daily motivation that keeps me going. And it keeps me motivated, and it makes me really proud of myself. Transition. We're at the end, and I want you guys to start celebrating your comeback.
Everyone loves a good comeback story, right? Seabiscuit, the Mighty Ducks. Yes.
Kim Kardashian.
Well,
In the video, she gets cum on her back, I think.
Okay, you're in your comeback era, you're in your back on track era, you're in your winner arc, the lock-in challenge era. Like, celebrate that. That's cool, and that's really amazing, and I'm really proud of you. Your journey is amazing, and it deserves to be celebrated. The comeback matters way more than the fall off. It is always going to be exciting getting back on track with things. Don't diminish that excitement. Don't diminish that win that you're having, because it's amazing, and a lot of people aren't doing it. And the fact that you are speaks volumes for the type of person that you are. Not even who you're trying to be, the person that you are. I know that was a quick video this week, Stinks, and I haven't done a video like that in a while, but I hope that you guys enjoyed it. And if you like it, let me know. I'll keep doing stuff like that. I want to motivate you. I want to get you hyped up for the new year. I want you to get a real good start before our New Year revolutionaries come, and like, that came out weird. Revolution? The revolution! Sorry. I know that this journey can be hard, and it can be difficult, and it can be trying. Trust me, I am internally struggling with it all the time, but know that you and how you are feeling, you're not alone in that. We all are feeling it. And I'm sure if you talk about it in the comments, the other girlies will be like, yeah, girl, like, me too, like, same. And that's the one thing that I have found since posting on social media and being open about my own personal journey. We're all going through the same thing, different font. Like I said, I hope you guys had a good time. I know your mom did last night, and sorry, I just got the ick from saying that. I watched American Pie last night, so I'm feeling like a teenage dirtbag. But if you haven't already liked and subscribed and you got to this point of the video, are you trying to hurt me? Come on, dude, don't do that. I'm sensitive, I told you that. And you know, if you really like this stuff and you want to keep up to date with me, turn on your post notifications. That way you'll always know when I post something, because it will be interesting and entertaining and fun and amazing and beautiful, like you. We are in crunch time with the end of the year, and I am just as locked in as you are.
Oh, behave. Yeah. Yeah, baby. Yeah.